Hello and welcome to Roll Call. Before we get started in today's session and episode, we have something we really need to say.
So we kind of wanted to put a statement out there just to sort of address the current state of our nation. And that is that for too long, those in a position of power and privilege have let down our fellow citizens. Year after year, for hundreds of years, we as a society have failed to take action and have failed to work to support our brothers and sisters who are struggling to survive. We have failed to stop this deep-seated systematic oppression against people of color in many aspects of our society, including our justice system. These failures are irreversible, they are unacceptable, and these failures have come at the cost of Black lives. So at Roll Call Studios, we believe that Black lives matter. Discrimination, prejudice, and racism will never have a spot at our table. We will always strive to be open, welcoming, loving to all, and we encourage the rest of the TTRPG community to strive to always do better. And I'm going to be putting some links in chat, as well as they'll be linked below our YouTube video. These are a few charities that we believe are working to change the systemic injustices in our society. We encourage those who can make a donation to do so. And if you financially cannot contribute, then please make sure you use your voice in ways to help make changes in your state and local government by voting or signing petitions for better legislations.
All right. So with that being said and clear, we can get into tonight's happy reunion session. We're back, finally able to start to, bring our family back together. Desi wants to be a part of it already. So I'm glad to be back. I'm happy we're back and, able to see each other and play a game that we love and hopefully inspire others through how we play this game and our actions to be better for each other. So, with that, last time on Roll Call's Bards and Nobles campaign, our heroes, after a not so pleasant experience and a body swapping through the malevolent forces of a demon called Roulette, swapped the bodies of Archibald, Edward, Gwyneth, Chet, Sorn, and Morena. And from that, comedy ensued of getting used to being in each other's bodies and walking quite a while in each other's shoes. All the while, Solomon was off with his new friend, Phyrexis. And this new friend, a good old friend that he had found, had taken him around, and the group had not heard from him in a while. So, when we last left off, the very last thing we decided and it was going to happen was Chet had just pulled Morena off to the side after a quick regrouping.
We should probably remind each other who's in whose body.
Yeah, so Chet is in Morena's body, Morena was in Sorn's body, and Sorn was in Chet's body. So, Chet and Morena might be talking, but it looks like it's Morena and Sorn having a conversation.
It's very weird.
How delightful.
So yeah, Chet would just sort of ask Morena to come up to the room with him, just to talk briefly.
And Morena will follow.
Just to talk.
And once they're upstairs,
not in my body.
they'll,
Oh no.
Chet's not gonna necessarily close the door, but he will sort of shut it a little bit open. And he's just gonna sort of wring his hands out and run his hands through his hair and say, "Listen, Morena, I just I have a few things that I've got to say because honestly, I don't know when I'll feel this confident again. I mean, look at me, and he's gonna sort of gesture to Morena's body.
I know.
Yes.
It's good.
um, I feel like I need to be kind of straightforward with you, and I hope my being forward doesn't offend you in any way. But I think it's better I be honest in our situation. And the truth is that I can't deny that I feel like I have a really strong pull to you, and I think that you're absolutely incredible. You're strong and you're funny, and the way that you look at the world is just really beautiful. And you're incredibly beautiful, and you're fun. You make me laugh, and everything with you is like an adventure. And I feel like there's this connection between us, and there's part of that really wants to explore that and develop that something more. But in sort of the pretense of being honest, the truth is that a while ago I was in this relationship with a woman named Bella, and she was also very pretty and free spirited. And when she left me to be with another man, well, it damn near tore me apart. And in a lot of ways, I look at you and I see this crazy beautiful young lady who is exploring new things for the first time because you've never had that opportunity before. And I don't want to take that away from you. I want you to have those experiences and live your life and be that beautiful free spirit. I don't want to change who you are because I really like you for who you are. You're like a you're like a wild horse, free and powerful and just exploring everything. And I really admire that about you. But I'm afraid of being hurt, and I'll admit that I can try to let go of jealousy and insecurity, but I think I'm just scared that I can't handle letting you be free and also putting myself out there to you. And I'm afraid that I'm going to fall in love with someone more than they love me. And I also don't want to hurt you because sometimes still thinking about Bella hurts, and I don't want to try to move on but still be hung up on somebody that was pulling on my heartstrings for so long. So I don't want to hurt you in the meantime. So if and all this is sort of coming up to, if it seems like I'm not interested in you, that's not true. I'm extremely interested. I think whatever the hell this is, I really want to pursue it, but I'm just being a little cautious because I don't think either one of us deserves to be hurt. And I know I've just said a lot and I've thrown a lot at you. So if you need some like time to process or some space, I'm happy to let you have it. But I just wanted to sort of lay my cards on the table and have everything out in the open. So I guess the bull is in your pen now, and you know, you take what time you need, and you let me know where we're gonna go from here.
That that was beautiful shit. That was really beautiful.
Just Soren, just just the body. Just I'm just imagining
Yep.
Morena's just being like the body of Morena is professing all these things, very sincere emotions, and then stoic, one-eyed, messed up Soren body is just like,
One tear is
that
rolling
was
down.
beautiful. And Soren
That's,
has
Yeah,
no
like
clue.
Soren hasn't cried before.
The
Soren openly weeps in front of people. Thank you very much.
that was first time anyone's ever turned me down. I respect you. You're a very, very nice man. I respect that. And I wouldn't want to break your heart. Granted, I don't think I'll probably stay in the group for long, and my main goal is to defeat Ubrin. But if by that time we've developed into something more, I wouldn't mind spending the rest of my life with someone as nice as you. You're genuine.
On the inside, Chet's like.
I'm more sad this is what people think I sound like.
Sorry.
No, it's great. I thought it was a great sort of impression.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
I should have taken Ted's body.
I know, right?
Oh, could you imagine that conversation if you two just like switched into each other?
Yeah. Well, Chet will say, well, of course, you have your own priorities in life, and I wouldn't expect somebody like me to try to deviate you from that. So we'll keep doing what we're doing, and we'll see where this crazy road takes us.
Fair enough. I'm gonna go cry and leave to have some time and cry.
So you leave the room. Chet's body, who was waiting on the other two, turns and just sees.
I'm like working out. You're not strong enough.
So you see your body just sniffling and walks out just often to just take a moment.
It's not all over the beard.
This is exactly what I wanted to come back to.
Not good.
I'm so mad. Chet is such a soft boy.
He is a soft boy.
He's a southern soft boy.
His
not
heart-
like Hal.
His
Hal's
heart's
heart
about as big as his infinite bag of chili.
Aw.
I got so much love to give.
Vacuous and spicy.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna hurt you and you're gonna like it.
Get that spicy love.
That's spice. Okay, so I'm gonna call to you guys in your characters, not the bodies you're in. Sorn, what are
Yes.
you doing when you see that?
I mean, do I get the vibe they're going to collect themselves
Yes,
from what I see?
they, because it's okay. Good way to put that. They are gonna collect themselves.
Playing it safe.
Yes, they are gonna go collect themselves.
Okay. Like I said, I think I'll have it so that Sorn and Chet's body's just gonna try and pick something up that's have some weight to it. He's gonna be like, Chet, you are not strong at all, are you? And he's like just working out. Like
Chet's soul just breaks.
Soft boy.
wizard.
A wizard.
I'm a barbarian in a wizard body. I'm not comfortable.
Which makes sense. Okay.
That's what we call a cinnamon roll.
So from this, we're gonna kind of do a kind of rewind time, everybody. Rewind time. Error. Back
Can we
to
patent
what?
I want to patent that so we can actually change things.
What, the rewind time?
Yes.
Yeah, I wish. Okay, so we're gonna go back to good old Solomon. One day before.
A whole day ago.
Whip. To where Solomon had made friends with a man named Phyrexis, who had introduced you and was leading you to what you believe to be the trying to put this in a way to where you believe the actual church of Palor is. So you are walking with him. You have all this time. And to describe Phyrexis again, Phyrexis is a Kalashar wearing midnight black, dark obsidian, more heavy paladin-like armor, but with tattered robes of more midnight purple hues, kind of the end of twilight, beginning of the night, purples and dark blues and blacks. He has hand wraps around him, around his hands, that appear to have some sort of arcane runes woven into them. So you were walking with him, and it's not busy per se. It is, the area has people in it, but it's not hyper crowded. It'd be you could lose someone in the crowd, but it wouldn't be like poof, they're gone.
Okay.
So it's you and him. If you'd like to talk to him about anything.
And he's ahead of me, I'm assuming.
He's kind of like 2 steps ahead of you, just so you can still look and turn to you, but you are following him.
So fella, not to be too forward, but you look like you've seen better days, my man.
Every day is a better day in the light of Paylor. But I have seen my fair share of battles in his name.
Yeah? Anything recently?
Probably last week.
Tell me about it.
Well, it was myself and my compatriots who were going out preaching the name in the teachings of Paylor. May his light shine upon us. And we discovered a relic of his. And we saw that it was being used in an impure form. So we acquired it for the greater good of Paylor.
Now, when you say acquire, did you kill for it?
We only did what we needed to do to defend ourselves.
Well, I've certainly been there before. Heavy is the hand that carries the mace.
Indeed. And he'll look down to his hand and make a fist. Indeed it is. So what brings you to the city?
You know, man, we've been on quite a journey. I have my own compatriots, and everyone's kind of got their own thing going on. You know, Paylor just kind of told me to stick with these guys, and so here I am. I'm just trying to prove myself, you know.
He's gonna stop, dead in his tracks, turn to you, and put a hand on your shoulder and look you in the eye. And he is going to say, "Do not worry. Paylor does no wrong. If he chose you, there is a certain eminence to your being, and you will prove yourself worthy." And he's going to, like, lock eyes with you. "I can feel how worthy you are." And he'll slightly bow to you.
Well, golly, you sure know how to make a guy feel welcome. Speaking of, how much further until we...
Oh, not much farther. We're almost there. At this point, you've gone past a lot of the nicer churches, a lot of nicer temples and buildings. You've gone kind of tucked away. Roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Back in the realm of rolling for things.
I know, right?
Get your click clack.
First roll of
ready.
the night.
All right.
Legal roll, that is.
The D20, right?
Yeah.
I'm a fuzzy.
No, actually, I want you to roll a d4 and then add your modifier. I really don't want you to pass this.
1.
You go blind.
You said roll perception, right?
Yeah, so you will roll and add a whopping 5.
Yes. Sorry, that was cocked.
And you also technically get advantage. Well, actually, no, you don't, because your shield's not out. Never mind.
Right. That's a 19.
With a 19, all right. So what you see as you're walking by is you notice after you round a corner, you were so enthralled with the conversation and talking to him, and he kind of wowed you with his speech that after you turn a corner and you notice that there was a building that looked like it had the sigil of Palor on it, but you passed it.
Hey, wait a minute. Wasn't that the symbol of Palor?
That church is one full of heretics and false prophets.
Whoa. I guess you've had dealings with them before?
Indeed, they want nothing but money and tithings and goods to exacerbate their own wealth in Palor's name for the light of the sun to shine down upon those who follow.
Can I do an insight check?
Yes, a disadvantage because last time you did an insight check, you fully believe him, so you're disadvantage.
Right. But now I've seen the church.
Yes, but you still are enthralled with the fact, like, this man knew you were a follower of Palor. He is very convincing. So you get a suspicion, but not a strong enough one to give you full reason to want to check him.
Alright, so...
Them paladins and their charisma.
Yes.
So with disadvantage, I got 6.
You believe that there is some corruption in that church and that he has been banished, or he, not that banished, you believe that he doesn't get along with them because of something he believes to be corrupt.
Well, I admire your commitment to the faith, brother.
I do what I can. All I have to say is, and I'm going to butcher this Latin, I know I am. As you
Not
walk
a real
up...
DM.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you want to say it? Okay. As you're walking, he says, Inducit patitur lumeni lumen verum ducit a verum ducit ad salutem per volitatem Palor.
Do I understand any
You
of that?
did.
I did.
You studied Palor, and that you were in a cleric sect. So he was speaking in Latin, and he says as you walk into like up the steps of an older building that appears to be a rundown smaller church that's seen better days. He walks in and says, "Suffering leads to the light. The light leads to truth. The truth leads to salvation through Palor's will."
Wow. Church. Okay.
Yes, church.
You have such a way with words.
Thank you. I have spent my entire life in the service of Palor. As he walks in, he is going to he's gonna like kneel down, and he's going to like do a prayer to as he walks in, and you see a pieced together stained glass window up where the sun is coming through.
Oh, wow.
The room you're in is one of... the outside looks horrible, but the inside looks well met, well kept, beautifully preserved. Everything is as it should. There are different iconographies of Palor's entire religious history, from when he walked the world as a man to his acts as a god, to the things he has done in his goddom for people.
Wow. Let me guess. Do I notice that there's a shard missing from the stained glass?
There's a bunch of shards missing. It's not close to being put together.
Okay.
So you would not think anything suspicious of it.
Okay.
It's just, it's a stained glass window that's been, there's pieces, like chunks missing.
Right. Gotcha. Okay. I'm not gonna say anything immediately because I see him, knelt down and praying.
Mm-hmm.
Would I, in my knowledge of church tradition, would I feel compelled to do the same,
You would
or
be compelled to do as your domain would suggest. So whatever you would like the Twilight, your sect of the Twilight domain to do when you enter into the Church of Pelor, you can do.
okay? Um, I'm going to. Uh, I'm going to kneel down, but like with my hands also on the ground, not like splayed out, but
Mm-hmm.
with my face facing toward the ground,
Gotcha.
kind of obscuring myself in darkness.
Okay. Um, After a moment, he will stand. Please have a seat. Are you thirsty? Would you like any food, water, blood
Uh,
of our being?
uh, uh, yeah, I am quite parched. Whatever you have is fine.
One moment. He is going to walk away, and as he does, another person enters from a different doorway. There's two doorways. You're pretty close to like the middle of the room when he knelt down. To the left of the main altar is where Phyrexis went, and to the right is where this individual walks out from. He appears to be a another Kalashtar with more well-kept hair, a nice chin strap beard, and he will look at you and bow to you.
I'll I'll kind of not do a full bow, but like bow my head at him.
Okay. Um, he's going to walk over and say, "Welcome to our esteemed Church of Pelor."
Uh, Happy to be here. Um, uh, I am Solomon. Uh, whom do I have the pleasure of greeting?
My name is Devereaux.
Deborah. Um, just what did you say this person's wearing?
I didn't describe what he's wearing it. He's wearing, right now, he's just wearing Peloric robes.
Okay, cool. Mm. Okay. So, sorry, what was the name?
Devereaux.
Devereaux.
Deborah. Okay. I really should be writing this down.
Probably not a bad idea.
Yeah. So, what is your role in this church, Deborah?
I am the caretaker.
Well, if I may say so, you've done a splendid job.
Thank you, thank you. I try as I can to maintain the wondrous presence of Pelor within our more disenfranchised location.
Yeah, I heard about that. What happened between you guys and the church down the street?
We were seen as overzealous and impure to their wants and desires.
Hmm. Huh. Yeah, do you mind if I ask what specifically they had a problem with, or?
The extent of which our devotion to Pelor comes to fruition into this material plane.
Well, all right. Uh, Could you show me?
Of course. As he will take off his top robe and turn to you, and you see he has whipped himself. He's done self-flagellation.
Kind of thought that's what it would be. Okay. So, in my knowledge of this religion, is this something I've read about before or heard about before?
Yes. Those who... it's a very uncommon practice for Pelor, but some priests and some followers do, to believe that they need to shed blood in order to have the light of Pelor enter their body.
Wow. But I've never participated
Nope.
in that. Right.
The Twilight Domain has no need for that.
Yeah. Wow. So, I imagine that I would kind of visibly like wince at
Slightly.
that.
Slightly.
Roll for wincing.
Con save.
Take
Roll
2
for
points of
crit.
winch damage.
Sorry, bro. You just posted cringe. Wow. Your devotion does seem strong. Is this a new sect of the followers of Pelor, or?
You could call us that. We're
What?
one who are trying to divine the true understanding and true insight of Pelor's might. At this point, Phyrexis comes back. Now, Devereaux, do not push our ideologies on a fellow worshipper who has not seen the light for himself. In the way that we do. As he'll immediately turn to you. In the way that we do. I am fully convinced that you know the true will of Pelor.
I like to think so.
So he will hand you a plate of, like, biscuits and a tea.
Cool. I'll just go ahead and partake
All right.
at my leisure.
Okay.
If you say con save, I'm gonna.
It's coming. That's what he's
It's
about
coming.
to say.
So you spend the next few minutes talking with them, and now I need you to make a con save.
Okay.
Look, my dude, your character did exactly what he would have done. He had no reason to be like, oh, these guys are crazy bad. Like, oh, these guys are just worshiping Pelor in their own way. Like, they don't hurt people unless they have to.
Well, now we have to.
That's a 16. on
You
the save.
feel a paralytic start to take over and you stop yourself.
I stop myself?
Like you stop it from happening.
Okay.
You're like, could you not, body?
What kind of tea did you give me?
Devereaux. And Devereaux's going to point a finger at you and do power word stun.
Whoa.
Devereaux's just going to shink. There's no save. You're just frozen.
Can I speak or no?
By power word stunned, if you are stunned, you have to make a con save at the end of each of your turns. It'll end, but you are stunned, which means you are dumbfounded and can only make weird dumb like stun sounds.
Oh no.
Yeah, none of you were fanning on him doing that spell now, were you?
Oh no, this is
So before the 6 seconds are up, immediately Phyrexis reaches into his bag, pulls out manacles, and throws them in your direction as they magically clamp onto your arms and then form down and grabbed your legs, and you are hog-tied on the ground.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And he's gonna hunch down in front of you and go, "I truly wish we could have done this a different way, brother."
Yeah.
And you can make another con save.
Guys, we have to save the cleric.
Yes. Have to.
Do you know any healing spells, barbarian boy?
That was just a 10.
So you technically don't break out of the stun with that. So you were stunned for 6 more seconds as Phyrexis comes over and just and picks your body up
Whoa.
and walks over and places you down on an altar in the front underneath the stained glass.
Okay. Another con save?
Yeah.
Alright. Sorry, that was con.
You're good.
That's a 4.
Oh no.
Does a 4 pass?
Is a 4 good or bad? I don't know anymore. I'm scared.
You're still stunned.
I'm gonna need to start making some death saves here in a second.
Maybe
Your
not.
next roll is a new character.
Oh no.
Also, I just want to say I don't know, the alert box wasn't on, but thank you for whoever did whatever you just did in the chat or in the stream. We had the alert box go off, but it wasn't visible. So yeah, he'll walk over to you, and at this point, Devereaux has pulled out rope and chains to lash you down to the table as he Phyrexis comes over and mutters an incantation to still leave your arms, your feet tied together and your hands tied together, but they unlink from each other so you're no longer hog-tied, and he is going to lay you down and then tie you up to the bench.
Hush, little
Or to the
baby,
altar.
Don't say a word.
Kalima.
Another con save?
Yes.
He's like, please.
Alright, that's a 13.
It's still not good enough. As you're stuck. So you, after a while, they have tied you down, so you do not feasibly believe that even if you had Soren strength, you'd be able to get out.
Alright.
And eventually, Devereaux is going to drop it on you. So you're good. You can talk now.
What in the world? You call yourself a follower of Paylor?
I know myself. I know myself to be true in his name. He has himself strayed from his own message, and I, with my brethren, will guide him and the world back to the light.
You
And he's going to lean down and put himself like right next to your face.
So I just have to pause because right as you said that, this massive thunderclap went off right behind us.
Yes!
And so Tristan
I
and are
must
sitting here
choose the
dying.
path.
I have the power of God, anime, and D&D on my side. So he is going to place his hands on your face and say, "Do not worry, brother. We will guide you back to the light."
No, the thunder keeps happening.
Yeah, it's here too. It's
Perfect. I'm loving it. So he will stand back. I will give you, if you would like to do something or say something or anything that is verbal only. I heard it here.
just verbal.
If you're gonna cast a spell, it has to be verbal only. If you can't do anything. All you can do is talk.
Okay. Then I will cast command.
On.
on Phyrexis.
Okay. What's the save?
The save is, sorry, I just had it. Wisdom saving throw. 17.
17. All right, it fails.
All right. So
You see it. You see the word, like you feel the magic of the words that you speak go out. And what do you command him to do?
I am going to command him to halt.
So you say halt as he stops in his tracks for a second, and you believe that it worked, and he smirks and goes, "Oh, brother, I have steeled myself against all forms. It will take more than what you have in your arsenal to convince me to stop."
Guys, we have to save the cleric.
Well, don't that beat all.
You're gonna hear at this point it's getting to evening, and you hear from your mace.
Mace, help me! Help me!
I'll try to speak to my mace.
All right, what do you say to your mace?
Well, God, I don't want to speak to my mace in front of him. Actually, yeah, I'm not gonna do that right now
All right.
because he might try to steal my mace.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Instead, I can still speak, right?
Oh yeah, they haven't gagged you. You remember now that you are tucked away. You're away from anyone else back here in this little shack.
Right. You're a fool, Phyrexis. You think that you can tie me up like some pathetic animal offering?
Oh, do not misinterpret my actions. I am not going to sacrifice you. I need you. You are very important.
But important for what?
And he's just going to place his hand right on your face and just gently stroke your eyes, like head face down, and just say, "Do not worry. Everything will light our path. I need your friends here."
No, you don't. No, thank you.
They have something that I want.
We don't.
What could they possibly have that you want?
He's going to snap his fingers, and you look up and you see the stained glass that looked broken and disheveled. Now parts of it start to fade in as if they were in a pocket area that fade onto this plane of existence, and it forms, and it's only missing about 3 pieces.
Whoa.
Brother, gaze upon. This is the stained glass from the first Church of Pelor. I have spent my life piecing it back together in order to achieve my true end.
So your true end is interior decorating. That's great, man.
When did this become Cal?
The Cal in me is like, right on. That's right. Goad that guy.
This is
all
a
gonna
glass of
become
wisdom, like,
spin-off
your
sack.
goal for world domination is interior decorating.
He is going to punch you in the gut. So what's your AC without your thing out is 16, right? Because your shield makes it an 18, right?
That is correct.
All right. So he's gonna try and punch you in the gut to like take the wind away,
Okay.
and he does. And you take a whopping
8 billion
5
points.
billion points of
For
damage.
Griffin Puff.
For Griffin Puff.
16 points of damage.
Jeez.
as he right into your stomach. I understand you're trying to be catty and wisecracking with me to try and take some edge off or believe that you're not in a place of peril.
What could I say? I learned from the best.
Well, I hope to one day meet you this best so I can add their eternal flame to the light of Pelor.
You're never gonna see the true light of Pelor. You think that you're in the light, but you're just wandering in darkness. You've lost the plot, man.
Oh, ye of little faith, I know what I can do. Through that glass, I will be able to enter into Pelor's domain, his true domain, the eternal sun, and I will black it out and remove it from this world, so that those of us who truly walk in Pelor's light will shine and guide the rest of this pathetic world towards true peace.
Well, you sound pretty darn confident, I'll give you that.
I am. And now, you, with your... And he's going to gesture down to your bracelet. You will call to your allies, and you will have them bring the piece of the stained glass that I am missing that I know is with them.
Stained glass? What are you talking about? They don't have any stained glass, man.
Do not try and lie to me. I know they have it.
Alright, so I'm gonna all of a sudden remember the store that was selling the stained glass. And I'm gonna be like, well, first of all, do I remember the guy's name who was selling it?
No.
Okay. What was that town we were in?
Oh, goodness, where is my map?
Sorry, I'm awful.
Mappy!
Where's the map? Where's the map? Where's the map? Where's the map? Where's the map?
For all intents and purposes, you remember what it is, and
Right.
you can say it, but I don't have my map in front of me.
Okay.
It's because I have all this other stuff up.
Right.
Call it wetland.
Yeah.
No,
Waterworld.
Waterworld.
that's the funnel of fun, thank you. So, yeah.
Yeah. Wait, are you talking about
Dude. City name.
You're crazy, man. I didn't buy that thing when it was offered to me, man. That's way back in that other place.
I know it's here. One of your compatriots has it. I was hoping you did.
Well, that's news to me. I was gonna call you brother, but you are certainly not a brother.
No. I will be the new father of Pelor's will.
That's heresy.
That is the true light. Now call for your friends to bring it here. Now.
Yeah, and what are you gonna do if I don't?
Guys, we need a new cleric.
I kind of feel like Taylor's like, how do you know what I want? That's my opinion.
That's my
Oh, goodness gracious.
Okay.
Oh boy.
He is going to look to you and go, I'm going to give you this opportunity now. Just know that if you do not comply, I will make, as long as you're alive, the most agonizing, excruciating time of your life. And if that still doesn't work, I'll find a new way to bring them here.
Couldn't be any more agonizing than the horse shit coming out of your mouth.
All right, make a con save.
All right.
I feel like the spirit of Cal is just flown into Solomon and is like talking out of his mouth right now.
Just from hanging out with Devin.
That is a 21.
Hey!
All right.
You died.
That spell fizzled. As you see, he tries to cast a spell on you. It's like, it'll take more to break you then, will it? Devereaux, make another one.
That's a 12.
Devereaux points another finger out and he casts Power Word Pain on you.
Oh no.
So to do it, you speak a word of power that causes an intense wave of pain to assail one creature you can see within range. You have a few less than 100 hit points, so you are subject to crippling pain. While you are being affected by this pain, you have no speed right now. You can't move. You have a disadvantage on attack roll, ability check, saving throws, and other con saving throws. Finally, if you try to cast a spell, you have to succeed a con save before casting the spell. So you are in. Imagine the worst pain that Chris, has ever felt. Exponentially grow that. You know, like the Harry Potter spell.
I can touch you now.
Crucio?
Harry.
Yeah, that one. That's what you're under right now.
All right. I gotta do a little dramatic flare then.
I appreciate the commitment.
Do it.
just the train. Okay, now I'm normal again.
Call upon your friends.
All right. Did they like take the spell off, or am I still writhing in pain?
Oh, you're still technically writhing, but until you say yes, they're gonna keep it up, and you gotta make another con save, which you have at disadvantage. But Powered Pains, as soon as it connects, it's just you really have to get lucky.
All right. I'll say okay. Through
Okay,
my
so-
screams.
So make another con save at disadvantage, just because technically 6 seconds has gone by. So you're going to
7.
Yeah, nope, you're still in immense pain. So you just cry out, and in the back of your mind, you're thinking to yourself, how can, like, no one can hear me, like, no one is around. You are alone.
Wow.
And you see Phyrexis has walked away at this point and put his hand on the door, and you see some more runes appear on the door as you could kind of hear the outside world, but then it's silence.
Wow. Okay. So I'll say I'll scream okay.
Good. You've made this easier on us. Devereaux, you can drop it. Devereaux's going to... Fine. I do enjoy hearing his screams, though. And we'll drop it. The wave of pain, it leaves you, but you know when you sit on a hand, or sit on, like, you lose feeling in the pins and needles.
Right.
Your body is like a painful static.
Mm-hmm.
The entire way over.
Wow.
Call to them. I know you don't need to bring up your bracelet to your mouth to do it, so yell it to them. Make sure they hear you.
Okay.
Call to them.
All right.
And at this point, you guys are, we'll say for the sake of story beats and everything, you guys have body swapped. Everything's going on. This is when you guys have collected yourselves and you're there. You're together. You're all together in the inn, getting ready to go out. And this is when Solomon calls to you.
All right. Guys, it's Solomon. Whoever has the stained glass, you need to destroy it. Do whatever
And immediately,
it takes.
you're going to get poof, punched right in the top of the head, and he's going to stunning strike you.
Okay.
That will connect. So you're going to take another 16 points as you are stunned. You blasphemous fool! Devereaux, cut his hand off.
Can I hear that?
You all heard that. And
Okay.
he's going to... He called out to you. What's up, person?
Well, I was confused how we would have heard them. Because it's a two.
Oh, no. You just heard silence.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying that we heard them say that.
No. Wait, Solomon hears Devereaux cut his hand off. They can't get the bracelet off because how he's tied. So they're just gonna cut his hand off so we can just pop it off.
All right.
So we all hear that.
You all hear destroy the shard. And at that point, Phyrexis goes, "You forced my hand," as he will walk in, cross his legs on the middle of the floor, and begin chanting. And you see different shadow beings begin to form around him, as if like he summoned a court of individuals.
Yikes. He's Shadow Man from Princess and the Frog.
Are you ready?
I'm not.
He's definitely got friends in the other church.
Brethren, search the city for his compatriots. Find that stained glass. As you see, they don't go out from him, they just back in. And he is going to, at this point, he's going to pull out a hand axe. And just, you know how I give you guys the ability to take 20? He's going to take 20 on cutting off your hand.
Oh, come on.
Oh no.
So,
You couldn't do it in one swoop.
Bad guys.
He's
Yeah.
the bad.
so you're going to go
guy.
down to 1 hit point because he's going to keep you alive
All right.
and conscious.
Oh, let's see.
So you have now lost, what hand was it on? Your left or your right?
You know, I always gestured with my right, so
So your right hand's off. And immediately after he heals, so it's not connected, but he heals it so you're not going to bleed out, and he takes the band.
Oh no!
You could have made this easier on yourself. I was going to leave you alive. But now until your friends come, I need you alive to ensure that they are more cooperative. But if they decide to destroy the stained glass or do not come, I will send you to meet Paylor himself. Wait,
That could be worse.
scratch that. I will ensure that your soul is damned for all eternity in the 9 hells. And he's going to put the band into his pocket. So, you guys,
What was that about?
That's not normal.
Yeah, where is that funny little guy anyway? I wasn't paying attention. Did we lose him somewhere?
Yeah, he kind of.
And what's this about stained glass?
That would be me.
So it would be on my body.
My body, your brain. Yes, it's back in that good old town where we bought stuff.
Oh no.
So you know how I bought the driftwood that turned out to be pretty real.
Uh-huh.
Here, the stained glass, I'm guessing is real.
And let me guess, you have it.
I bought it for Solomon for a potential gift in the future.
Okay. We need to find Solomon. Let's put this glass in the bag of holding.
I mean, he said destroy it, and I'm sure that's probably something we should think about.
Do you want me to take a look and see if we can destroy it?
Can you do that?
I can possibly do it.
One
yeah.
of you can try.
I mean, can you try, or do I need to try using your thing?
Does
I mean-
he?
I can.
Right now, you can summon a lot of tentacles.
Oh, that's. Wow, this is confusing.
Yeah.
There's an identification spell you can cast on it. You'll know what it is. You'll learn its properties. What sort of attunement it requires, and if there's any spells on it. You'll also know which spell created it. It'll give you some information, possibly, on how to destroy it.
Okay. Now you're gonna be able to talk me through this.
Yeah, so if you dig around in my bag of holding, I should have a pearl in there somewhere and an owl feather.
All right.
So you're gonna do that?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna pull out because it's what you think about what you want and it comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, then I will do that.
So you're gonna crush this pearl, right? You're gonna just crush it up. You're
What
gonna
spell are
take
you
that
trying to
feather,
cast?
Identify.
Got it.
And you're gonna take that feather and you're gonna use it like a little paintbrush with the pearl dust, and then you're gonna smell it. I don't know if that's actually how you cast the spell. I'm just making this up right now.
Identify. Okay, yeah, go for it. Just keep describing.
And then you're gonna smell it, and that'll let you learn the magical properties of that stained glass piece.
Okay.
Just it's okay. I'll walk you. I'm right here. You also have to chant too.
Oh, this will be so much fun.
Right.
I want to go back to just being hitting things.
I know. It's rough, but
So you don't have to roll anything for identify, which is nice.
no, it happens.
It
It
happens.
takes like a
Yeah,
minute.
well, because you have it as a ritual, and it's just like 10.
So you take 10
if
minutes.
yeah, you take 10 minutes. Cast
So you
identify.
take 10 minutes to cast it, and it is a genuine, true, guaranteed, magical stained glass piece of the First Church of Paylor.
Are there any spells affecting it?
It is a spell focus. It's a reliquary.
Gotcha. What sort of properties are there to it?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, can it cast any spells? Or
It cannot
does it require
innately, no.
attunement? No charges or anything like that?
Nope.
Okay.
Not on its own.
Are there currently any other spells affecting the item?
Technically, there's a divination. Yeah.
So what are they?
It's not a spell. It is someone is using some sort of divination setup to track when it's in a certain radius.
So sort of like a scrying a little
Kind of, but not like
Okay.
a pure scry. It's more of like
Gotcha.
a radar. So you can realize someone knows it's in the city. Its range is the city and then some.
And the magic that's coming off of it, is it divine in
Yeah.
nature?
Yeah.
Okay.
All the way.
Well, we can try to destroy this, but I don't think Paylor's gonna take too kindly to that.
Which is why I imagine it's kind of important if Solomon's asking us to do that. I can't imagine Solomon, first off, not even knowing that I have this.
You can. try to potentially dispel the magic on it, but I don't know if that's actually going to work.
I mean, this is kind of your realm of expertise. My instinct is to hit it, and usually that works.
Try dispelling the magic first because it is divine magic. I don't know if you try hitting it if something is going to attack back at you. So if you try to dispel the magic, see if you can release that divine energy, then it may render this object ineffective and
Okay.
useless,
All
which is
right.
destroying it in a sense.
Fair enough.
So I'll walk him through casting dispel magic.
All right. Roll it.
You want me to roll it or Tristan?
Doesn't
Well, no,
matter.
I don't know how to do it,
I'll do
so.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's gonna be a 19, and I'm casting it at 4th level, so that's gonna be 22.
Nope.
No, okay.
Good attempt.
Well, that didn't work. You can try to hit it with your hammer, but I think me and I guess Morena's gonna have to hit it with your hammer.
Yeah,
I
can't
don't
say
want
you got much in the
hammer.
strength.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I mean, I don't have any. I mean, I'm the hit guy. That's all I know how to do.
Maybe we should find Solomon and figure out why exactly we're supposed to destroy this thing.
All right, so do we want to leave the piece with someone we trust that will hold on to it then?
No, what?
You two make a perception check. One each.
Now, when it comes to perception, am I using mine or Chet's?
You're using your bodies.
So Morena's. Okay, hold up.
So, Chet, yours perception bonus for you, Tristan. You'll be rolling.
I have it up.
Okay, yeah, and then you'll roll a +0.
Yeah,
Sam.
mine's a fail. Whatever it is, it's a fail. I rolled.
Do we
5.
each have to do it, or just those two?
Just those two.
I rolled 17.
All right.
Because my perception's not great.
Yours is a +1, so I rolled a 16.
You guys notice something off in the shadow dart past you, and then hide in the shadows, looking at Soren's body.
Wait, something darted past us and what?
You saw something in the corner of you. Technically, only Tristan, you saw it. Something, a shadow darted past you, and then there's something shadowy in the shadow, so you can't quite pin it down, but you get a feeling something's looking at your body. Well, at Soren's body. So your body.
Okay, I am going to be like,
Do I sense
hold it.
No, with Soren's
'Cause I'm in his
passive.
body.
Your passive
No.
is not going to be great.
Okay, fine.
Bum,
I warn you
bum,
this
bum,
now.
bum, bum, bum.
Your passive is garbage.
I know.
I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna say, hold that thought when you get to my body, and then run off to where I saw Morena start going. Because I'm sure I don't know exactly where she's going to collect.
I thought we
herself.
were all in the same room now.
No,
we were
remember
getting ready to leave.
You're getting
Oh.
ready to leave, but she was off. You guys were doing the ritual, so you guys were off a little bit. So she was kind of behind you.
Mm.
Not really doing anything except for checking out the muscles, pressing.
Yeah. So you walk over,
Mm-hmm.
and you see, after a moment, come out from the corner of the shadow, an individual, a Kalashtar, wearing that black, blue, purple armor. But he's not quite there. He's semi-ethereal and shadow-like. Hello.
Can only Soren see him right
Oh
now?
no, all of you can now.
Well, hi.
Howdy, partner. How can we help you?
I seem to have something that you care for in my possession.
Chet's gonna like look down, try to check his pockets, and be like, "Oh yeah, I don't have pockets." Keep forgetting about that.
I have Solomon.
You have him in what context?
Bound, at this point gagged, missing a hand. On the brink of death, waiting for his noble friends to come and give me what is mine.
Well, that's not very polite.
Neither was he when he tried to interfere with my plan. All he had to do was bring you and the shard, give me the shard, and he would have been free to go.
I didn't even know he knew about the shard. I didn't even know about the
He
shard.
didn't.
Oh, well. Can't fault him for something he don't know about. But I understand he's very rude sometimes, so it doesn't surprise me.
That's why he's missing his right hand.
Suppose we can maybe work something out. Maybe we find this shard that you're looking for, and perhaps we give it to you, and in return, you give us Solomon back and reattach his hand.
Oh, the reattaching of the hand will not happen. There are plenty of clerics who would do it for their own need of money and gifts and favors, but he has scorned me, and therefore his penance was his hand.
Gotcha. Interesting thought process. I mean, I can't say I cut off the hands of everybody who scorns me, but it's an interesting tactic. So we give you this shard, and we get him back alive, but without a hand. Or you'll give us the hand too, and we can try to attach it ourselves.
Why not?
Chat thinking about all the semantics of everything. Like, do we get the hand or do you keep the hand? I'm trying to make sure whose hand.
I'll tell you what. I mean, I don't speak for all of us, but I myself am willing to work an agreement out with you. So you tell me where we can find our friend, and we will bring you, once we find it, our
Oh, it will
whatever
not be
shard.
that easy.
Why?
You will be going to a place to put the shard and give it to us, and then you will go and get Solomon.
But why can't it be that easy? I'm more than willing to work with you.
Oh, I know about you. I know about how the Stormbreakers have somehow, through divine luck, some sort of bending of luck, have always been able to snuff out those that they seem to be their enemy. I'm not going to give you the chance to even hit me.
Brother, have you met the Stormbreakers? What luck do we have? I mean, it's look.
Our cleric's missing a hand.
I'll side table that conversation. Look, I'm being friendly. I'm willing to help you out. Just work with me a little bit here. That's all I'm saying.
Fine. Go to the main church of Palor, in the religious sector of the city. Go to one of the private rooms for prayer. Leave the shard. We will collect it and let you know where we will find Solomon.
How are you going to let me know?
He gestures to a shadow form.
Fair enough. That's awfully cool, by the way. How do you do that? We can exchange some secrets.
Do not concern yourself.
I can mesmerize people with my
mind.
eyes.
Yes, your eyes at the moment.
Well,
Biggle.
okay, yeah, that's very true. I'm a pretty woman at the moment, but back in my own body, let me tell you, I'm something of a charmer myself.
Your own body.
Never mind. It's not important.
So we have a deal?
Let's call it we have an agreement for the time being.
All right. Then I expect you there in no later than 1 hour. Oh.
Right. You said main church of Palor in the...
Indeed. It's large, gaudy, and full of those who are blasphemers to the name of Palor.
Oh, right. So just look for a regular old church. I got you. No worries, friend. I know what those look like.
And I'll be here as you see the shadow form begin to slink down and form itself into the shadow of Zorn.
Well, ain't he a peach?
I don't trust that.
Let's go.
That way, we're talking about giving someone clearly of ulterior motives who has cut off the hand of our cleric.
Look, man, I'm gonna make this real simple for you. Piece of glass, somebody's life.
Magical item.
Somebody's life.
Somebody's life.
I don't care.
Why would
Okay,
they
I
want
love.
the piece of glass.
I love magical items, but somebody's life worth more, man.
I'm more concerned about the lives that will be cost at giving someone this item.
Look, man,
I'm not saying listen,
a catastrophe happened every time somebody, broke a piece of glass or kicked a cup or threw a gem in the ocean, then look, it's just a piece of glass.
you
Right,
haven't been with the
but why would they
Stormbreakers
cut
long
off-
enough to realize how often that actually happens, right?
Why would
And that's
they
not an
cut off
insult.
the hand of a 16-year-old child?
Send a message.
So you're saying we get the cops and they charge them with abuse of a minor.
Guys, I'm telling you, the best way. Give them the stupid shard of glass, the divine shard of glass, and we'll get Solomon back. We can deal with the divine repercussions after that. I mean, Solomon is a man of Palor. I'm sure he can, talk to Palor and figure it out. I mean, he does talk to Palor, right? It's not like it's not like me and Corellin where he just ignores me.
I mean,
Or is it all in his head? I don't really know.
I don't know, but still.
I guess it's not. We did see them angel folks.
I'm just saying, I have a lot of concern about giving someone cutting cleric's hands off a divine source of magic for Palor.
I wonder what Palor would think about this. Hold on, let me ask him. And Chet's gonna
Roll a religion check.
try to defeat a Palor.
Using whose stats?
Mine.
Using Chet's, yeah.
Thank heavens.
Okay, 17.
Oddly enough,
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
you are correct.
You listen here, Palor.
Chet's gonna be like, listen, Palor, man, we got a situation with one of your followers. Does something happen and there's a shard of glass? You mind giving us just a little bit of guidance here? Crickets.
Palor doesn't respond.
Uh-oh.
It's your friend Azazel.
It's Uberin.
You hear a voice that you've heard kind of, not really. And you open your eyes while you're talking, and you see before you, in your elf body, a deity of elves. Your deity, Corellin.
This is like me on the trail where he doesn't talk to me. I heard
You
talking
see him,
to me.
he's sitting in a large wood, stone, like very nice chair. And he looks down and he goes, "Now, this is curious. I was confused on why an individual who had never prayed before was praying. And I got... What? Wait. As Corellin is going to stand up in his regal, like, flowing robes and everything, longer hair. The perfect, beautiful elven features are going to walk over to you. Chester Chet Boone Hartley?
Sup, my boy?
What are you doing inside of a sea elf's body?
It's a very long story, sir. Can I just say you're the most beautiful man I've ever looked at?
He'll look at you like smirk and slightly blush. Thank you. Now, is there something I can help you with?
Yes, Mr. Corrallin, sir. Our friend Solomon is gone been taken by some people who cut off his hand, and they wanted this shard. Morena Sorn, can I have the shard?
You guys are just hearing Chet just talk and like freak out for a second. Like, no one else can see him but you.
I'll direct Morena to the pocket that it's in.
I would grab it and pass it over to Chet. Who
So
are you talking to?
later, this is apparently a shard of glass that has something to do with Paylor, and
Oh.
they want it in exchange for Solomon's life. Now, I think that a person's life is worth more.
That's a
than
fair
that.
trade. A life for a piece of glass.
Well, but we don't know what this this piece of glass does.
On its
necessarily.
own, nothing for those who can't do anything with it.
But with other things, it could potentially do stuff.
In the right or in the wrong or right hands, depending on their intent with it. That's the same with all magical items. With your bag of chili I gave you, you could potentially drown someone in it. You could open it up, shove their face in, and hold them until they drown. But
I have literally never thought of that. Oh, and thank you for the bag of chili. It's beautiful, by the way.
as are you, Chet. I know I haven't been able to respond to you, but I feel a connection with you.
Chet's internal screaming.
And I have been handling some affairs on a different plane, but I do hear you when you talk to me. I enjoy our chats.
No, of course. I never intend you to respond. Obviously, you're way busier where you are, and that's fine. I'm so glad that you came and talked to us. I'm obviously I believe that Solomon's life is worth more than this piece of glass. I just felt like we needed, since it was a divine object, perhaps that maybe we needed some divine help.
Well, I'm honored that even though you were trying to, and he'll look at you and smirk and quotation mark, trying to talk to Paylor, I know what your heart was actually asking for.
Wait, Paylor?
He's gonna reach his hand out and he's gonna touch your shoulder.
Boy.
Just know the path that you are walking is one that I accept. Now before I go, I just have one thing to say.
Yes, sir.
Be careful of orcs. They're real shifty and real bad.
Okay.
Just, I know we haven't had to talk. I didn't know if you were privy to that information.
Answer any of our questions. Just racism against orcs.
Look it up, people.
I know.
I'm honored to be in your presence. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day, sir. I will leave you to it.
Goodbye, my child. And he's like just gonna fade out.
Looks to the shoulder. Oh my god, guys, Corellin touched my shoulder.
Wait, so
He touched my shoulder.
He touched my shoulder.
Inappropriate today.
I wonder if that's why he answered, because I was in your body.
We elves are deeply attracted to.
You
Other
know that Corellin is the
creatures.
god of elves, so.
All right, he agrees with me. He thinks that Solomon's life is worth more than this. He says that by itself, it is not inherently a problem. With other pieces in the right or wrong hands, it may be able to do something, but...
So are we banking on them not having the other things that...
Honestly, whether they got them or not, I'm still going to say a person's life is worth more than a piece of glass. I hate to break it to you, friend.
I'm just saying, I hope you're prepared for if this ends in more than one life.
We will burn that bridge as we cross it.
I'd rather not burn any
Preferably
bridges.
while we're on the bridge.
Swimming is... I'm going to say swimming is not a strong suit.
I mean, I'm
His
in
arms do
Morena's
not
body.
move
I
very
feel
well.
pretty comfortable in my swimming abilities right now.
You sure? I mean, yours not so much.
I am currently in the body of an aquatic half elf.
I'm
think
talking
I'll be
about
on
your
that.
actual body.
Oh, well, that looks like a Soren problem right now, not a Chet problem.
I wonder what happens if this Soren dies in a chat body.
Oh no. Okay, look, we gotta go.
All right.
Thought
And
about
that is where we're going to take a quick break as you guys are heading off to the church. It's church time, baby. Take me to church. So we will be back in about 15-ish minutes. So let your friends know and have them join us and see what crazy things are going to happen next. Ta-da-da-da-da. Be right back.
Bye.
All right, and we're back. Now I have to say, after what we ended on, Corellin believes that all orcs are evil. I do not, and no one on this entire group believes that. It's a terrible thing, but if you look up in his entire official thing, he's an idiot who thinks all orcs are bad. But we know they're not, because literally I have made an NPC that you guys work with. It's an orc.
I've played several
There's
orcs,
two, yeah. There's 2 good orcs. So,
at least.
I mean, that you know of. There's plenty more in the world, but
We
that
like
you
them.
know of. That guy Marshall, the half orc, he's real good.
Yeah, he's best friend.
He's only a half.
He's family.
He's my family.
He
All
is
right.
family.
So we're back into it. The 3 of you are now know where to go to meet up with, or to do the drop.
On the way there, I'm going to teach Tristan or Sorn in my body how to cast locate object when we get to that area, and have him cast it on Solomon's base.
Okay. So you start walking. Now, what's the range on locate object?
It's 1,000 feet.
Got it. I had to do some quick maths.
Quick maths.
So you get there, and you you go to you take the tram system that you have, and you get to the religious sector, and you start walking. You don't know exactly where it is.
I guess perception check or survival.
Perception.
Perception. Using Morena's stats.
That's
Which
her
are
body.
only slightly worse than mine. Oh, that's still 16. Okay.
Hey! So as you're looking around, you see different. It's at this point it's evening, nighttime, so there's not as many. There are some people who are. The city never sleeps. There are some people doing being part of different domains within each of the, various deities. There are individuals that are calling out to come to the night service. You see people handing out pamphlets, and you of course see the individuals who are standing saying everyone's going to the Nine Hills.
The end is nigh. The whole world's going to the Nine
Pretty much,
Hills.
yeah. You see all that. You see everything like that. So you don't fully know, don't see the church yet, but you see a similar looking symbol on a group walking through town, walking towards an area that all have the same symbol of Palor on them.
Should we maybe
Ask for
inquire?
directions.
Excuse me, sirs.
I mean, it's in Miranda's voice, so
No.
one of them stops. Yes, my child.
Oh no.
Could one of you handsome fellas please show us which way is the true temple of Palor? I have a mighty need for some praying.
I have sins to confess.
They're gonna look. He's gonna look at you up and down. Dearie, I can only imagine the things you've done. Come with me.
Oh.
Well, I do have a mighty large confession list that I just need to make right between myself and my Lord.
Come along quickly. We have another one for the confession booth, boys. Huh? They all look at Morena. Oh. And they begin he takes your hand and pulls you and begins to chant offering into Paylor, like starts doing a bunch of chants to Paylor.
You just
Oh,
see
man.
Thorn's body in the back pouting.
I wanted to do it. I actually am surprised that Moretta didn't try to do it in Soren's body. Hello, I have many confessions to make. Would you possibly like to help me make these confessions? This
Wink,
body
wink.
is ready for confession giving. Sir, I'm gonna have to call the police on you. No, but wait, my confessions are great.
Okay, so you see Morena's body get pulled away.
No, I
Well,
assume
we
will.
follow.
Yes.
So you're eventually make it to the big church of Paylor. It's like I explained to Chris. It's very large, gaudy, over the top.
I have to do it. Upon seeing the church, Chet Moretta is going to say, "My, it's so big."
The old man's going to blush and go, "Oh, we have to get this right now."
Oh
He's
God.
He's just gonna
Do
pull
that.
you
money
in.
up front or later.
He's gonna pull money. He's gonna pull you in and point to an open confession booth and go, "That one."
Thank you very kindly. She's going to reach out, touch his shoulder.
No.
Really appreciate it.
Not touchy.
You gotta understand, Corellin just called Chet beautiful. He is riding high right now.
As soon as you do that, he's going to go, "Oh, Paylor, I have sinned. I have touched a whore," and he leaves.
I told you he was gonna say it. I knew it.
Chet's gonna say, well, if you want to keep.
He's
touching
wa-
the whore."
He's walked away.
Oh,
goes
but
into-
Sir,
He goes into a different booth.
I do declare, Mr. Clergyman.
All right.
I need
You
the
get,
holy
I'm gonna
touch.
turn back to the other two. You have the locator spell. Turn it on.
Oh.
I taught you how to do this. Come on. I'm gonna be in here in this confession booth. I'm gonna be looking out for people. You guys go deliver that to the room.
Okay. And I guess I will activate the spell.
Nothing pings within 1,000 feet.
I got nothing.
That's okay. Just go deliver it, and I'll keep an eye out.
Fine.
All right, before we get into doing that, we're gonna go into your confession booth.
Yay! This
So
will go
you go
swimmingly.
in, and
Oh, before she goes in, I want to put my hands on her Miranda's body's shoulder and just be like, "I'm brave. I'm proud.
I've taught
But
you
be
well.
careful."
I know.
Here's
And
a
I'm
knife.
for
Protect
the
yourself.
record, you're not a whore, but if you were, I'd still have plenty of respect.
she's not a whore.
I put.
I'm just gonna caress the top of the head and then turn around and leave.
If she breathes, she's a thought.
If she breathes, she's a queen. So you go into the confessional booth. You see the silhouette of of an individual sitting on the other side. Speak your confession into Paylor's will.
I ate a lot.
Well, there was this one time that I took a rock that didn't belong to me.
Is that all?
No, there was other times that so there was this box, right? And it looked all organic and stuff, and so I opened it and it unleashed a dream eater, and that was bad.
You're becoming less of a Southern Belle and more of
I know.
a South Park character.
You
It was
can't.
bad,
He is
okay?
stunned silence. He's
I
not
stole a
re-
rock too. I unleashed a dream eater.
He's not reacting, but he's just like.
None of these
Oh,
are about
Anything
horror.
else?
The longer that Chet keeps up with this ruse, he's gonna throw some more mundane things out there, but the longer he keeps it up, he's actually gonna sort of go into Chet mode and be like, well, you see, my ex-lover, her fiance, sometimes I just
Her.
want to kill him. You know, I think about him and it just boils my blood. He stole her from me.
You see the shadow just come up to do like one of these, like look down, just.
I have many questions.
The Church of Paylor accepts all forms of love. Those between, and it clicks in your mind that you just admitted that you had a fiance of a woman and you're in Rena's body.
I mean,
But we cannot judge the heart of
I
others.
once slept with 7 Goliaths at once. It was the best night of my life. And their names were Thorn, Bjorn, Gorn, Dorn, Norn, Torn, and Jorn.
He's sleeping. Oh, no, those were the dwarves. She slept with me the next day.
All right, this is what I need you to do to repent for your numerous sins. Devote your life to Paylor. You know, in fact, devote it to anybody.
Somebody's gotta listen.
I
What
need you
about
to
A
give up.
strapping young gentleman with a nice southern accent and cute hair, and he's got a snake.
Devote yourself to a righteous cause. Give up worldly possessions. And pay
Like
tithing
clothes?
of
Are
your
you saying I should take my clothes off? Hold on, this is gonna take me a minute.
Do
This
I
is
have to
found
give
to
up
trap
chili?
so many
No.
buckles and belts.
No. Keep your clothes on.
There's so many straps on
But
this
you
outfit.
said material
no.
possessions.
Other than clothes. Clothes are fine. Clothes are fine. Clothes are
What
fine.
about chili?
But they're materials, are they not?
You also must have a sense of reverence and respect of your body towards others, and just do
You're
just
right.
do 10
Everybody
hail
should respect my body.
10 hail Paylors, and just give all of your money and worldly possessions to the church, and okay, go
Why
please.
money?
Please, because it's good to help relief efforts.
What if I don't have no money?
Well, then
Can I do something else?
you're
for the
eternally
church?
damned to hell. Now get out of my confession booth.
I don't think you got the right to do that.
Chet will leave the confession booth feeling just a little proud of himself.
Oh no.
7 Goliaths at once. Horn, Born, Corn, Dorn, Bjorn, Norn, Porn. Whoa, wait, no, that was what we were doing, not the name of one of them.
Eventually, you see another person go in, and as the door opens, you just hear the priest go, "Get out! I'm not ready."
Oh no.
Now, during all this, we're gonna to you guys, to Morena and Sorn.
I am disgusted.
Imagine you didn't have to DM that.
That's fine. You don't have a hand in this battle. You're fine.
Oh, ba-da-bum. Okay. Okay, so you guys go to one of the private prayer rooms.
All right.
There's a few that are open. There wasn't a particular one you needed to go to.
I'm sure they'll figure it out.
Wow. I've not been to a church in years.
When was the last time you were in a church?
The last time Morena was in a church is when they were stealing all the tithings with Raviscon.
And there was this one occasion where, like, the deacon and I. Ooh!
Dear Lord.
We're gonna go with last time I was in a church. I was curing a small child from burns and wounds and stuff with the help of another sorcerer. So we're gonna stick with that memory. Is the one that we're gonna go with here. Sorcerers helping with healing. That's what we're gonna do. I miss Leon.
I miss Leon. So you go pick a room. You go into it.
Second door on the left now.
There is a bowl for offerings and tithings, like that's sitting on the front of the room. There are several like seats in there for like a small group to go in and pray and do private prayers. But there is a tithing bowl up front.
Okay. I imagine we should have put it in the bowl. So.
You place it in the bowl.
No, I'm saying we shouldn't place it in the bowl. Because I feel like that's just out in the open. Someone's just be like, oh, glass, bye. Let's get that out of the donation bowl. So I guess we'll go into an empty room and see what we see.
Well, they're all the private prayer rooms are like that.
We said it was in front of the room, right?
No, like in the front of the room.
Oh, I thought you were saying like in front of the like next to the doors. Like,
No, in the front of the room.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we put it in the bowl and leave, or I guess we'll put it in the bowl.
After a few tense minutes of nothing, you hear,
Occupied.
I think you'll want me to have what you put in as an offering.
Oh, I was expecting Shadow Man. Alright. We'll open the door.
And it is Phyrexis in the flesh.
Since I'd be out of the...
You'd see Phyrexis open the door and enter.
Okay.
He looks up and he looks at you guys. Hello. I see you've placed it in the bowl.
I mean, we were kind of doing what we were instructed.
Good. I had a suspicion that you might try and double-cross me, so I came in person.
I see you have altered the agreement. Okay.
Pray I do not alter it further.
I was hoping for that.
He'll walk over to it, completely not caring that there's 2-on-1 right now. And he's going to pick up the piece of glass. One step closer. And he'll pull out a bag and put it in and close it. And then take that bag and put it into it like a chest pocket. So it's like on his chest. So, you must be wondering where your friend is.
It's kind of part of the deal here.
Where would you like me to drop him off?
I mean, I'd kind of like him kind of here immediately, but...
Oh, no.
Yeah, you asked and you got an answer.
Yes, other than here, of course.
Outside of here, then?
An alley will do. All right, one moment. He'll snap his fingers, and yeah, your locate object. How long does that last?
10 minutes.
So he will pop in.
Okay.
He's outside in one of the back alleys, but don't go and get him until I'm gone. Do we have a deal?
How we know when you're gone?
Allow me to walk away.
Well, that doesn't mean you're gone. That means you're outside the door.
I mean to leave the church.
So we'd have to watch you leave the church then. So we have to leave the room and kind of like get a line of sight for that.
He's gonna walk up on Chet's body.
Oh, wow.
Who he's about a foot taller.
You put Soren in Chet's body, you get Soren in.
He's a foot taller than Chet. He's gonna look down and go, I'd want your tongue.
I'm sorry, is he talking to Morena and Soren's body?
No, he's talking to me.
Talking
Okay.
to
One in
Chet.
Chet's body.
Okay.
Look, you guys are making these rules, and I'm just clarifying. I am not going to have it so that we don't wait for you to leave far enough, and then you rescind the deal. Do you not want clarification for things?
He's just gonna look at you and go, I don't care for your tone or your questions. This is a simple deal, and you are trying to nitpick it. I'm giving you the better end of this deal. Just wait for me to leave, and then come. 5 minutes. He's gonna look at you with a look of disgust and like you are a lesser being than him.
Ooh, that's nothing new. Every other NPC gives us that look.
I mean, they're not wrong.
I wonder why that is. So he's going to leave.
Are you implying that it's true?
He's going to leave.
As he exits the door, Chet's right there in Miranda's body.
I do declare, look at my
Excuse me, sir,
titties.
could you give me a hand?
I like where this is going.
puns.
He's going to place his hand on your forehead.
Oh, I was hoping it was going to be a boob.
Your friend has already tried me.
I just want to make sure that our agreement is being fulfilled.
He's gonna like take his fingers and start like pressing in to like squeeze your skull.
Question: do I see that?
Oh yeah, he's going to
Okay,
do that.
I'm
and he's
gonna
going.
walk up and intimidate him to walk away.
Roll intimidation and tell me what you say.
Okay, and whose stats am I using? Mine or swords?
For intimidation, you're going to use Soren's because he uses his strength with his physical.
Okay, what's your intimidation at? Ah, yours sucks more than mine.
Well, no. You need to use. So we do it a little differently. His intimidation is technically a +5.
Okay.
It says +3, but he uses strength. It's not a thing that actually in D&D Beyond has.
Yeah.
Being in
you're-
Miranda's body, would I get invasive thoughts, or is that simply for her?
Simply for her, it's her mind.
Gotcha.
Remember, you have your mental things, your physical things of the body.
Would I be able to use invasive thoughts before I cast or I use intimidation?
Well, you're trying to invade his, like, get into his brain?
Yes.
Okay,
Like get into his brain.
how's
and
invasive
intimidate
thoughts
him
work?
there. Let me pull it up.
Invasive thoughts. You can use a bonus action to create a telepathic link for 10 minutes with one creature you can see within 30 feet of you. Until the link ends, you can telepathically speak to the target through the link. And if it understands at least one language, it can speak to you telepathically.
All right, so you can do that and try and intimidate.
Okay. So I rolled a 19 plus 3. So a 22.
All right.
I'm sorry, you said +5, right?
Well, you're using your mind instead of your body, so it would be +3.
Okay. So yeah, it's 22.
How heavy is Chet?
In Miranda's body,
How heavy is Morena?
No.
72.5 pounds.
Oh, good. Morena's being picked up by her skull. As he's just palming your head and lifting you up. He's going to say, I would advise getting out of my brain. And he was going to squeeze more.
And I would advise you put her down.
All right.
Did we not have a deal where we would give you what you wanted and you would walk away?
You don't hear any of that.
Yeah, I know. Chet Rena's gonna cast Calm Emotions.
Chet Rena.
He needs to make a charisma save.
A charisma save of
17.
he succeeds.
Fireball.
Thought he might.
As Solomon dies in an alley.
I sure wish my friends would show up.
Someone give me a hand here.
I have one request. Destroy the shard.
We just gave it to them, so nope.
No can do, buckaroo.
No can do'sville, baby doll.
So,
And you guys were worried about me doing something
how
stupid.
do I put this?
Roll for initiative?
Do you want me to roll initiative?
Sure, that's
What do you want?
Okay, so he's going to cast Inflict Wounds on Morena as he throws you to the side.
Okay.
So he hits. Because he's literally palming your face. And they just get the dice.
Good old inflict wounds.
17 points of damage as he throws you to the side.
Okay.
And walks out.
What's that?
What?
If Nancy wants to adjust that for Morena.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So as
You
he
said
walks,
17 points?
yeah,
Okay.
and he walks out and says, "I will be sure to purge you first," and leaves.
Man, that guy's a jerk.
Bastard.
Oh, also as he walks away, he's going to yell back, "You can thank Morena for the pain that you received, Chet." And we'll leave.
All right, let's go. Start heading out. I see him leaving. Like, all right, time to go. We'll run towards the ping before it's gone.
Pink's still there.
I don't know how long it lasts.
That's true. After a few, like 2 minutes of you guys walking through, getting over there, the ping does go away, but that's because the spell fades.
And that was my concern. That's why I was going to leave the lovebirds to figure out their shit real quick. But I'm going out by.
No, we would have been over there.
So you walk out to the back alley, and you see in a pile of trash Solomon's unconscious body with with his own hand splayed out, gripping at his heart. Like his severed hand is just like gripping his heart.
I thought this was going to be a My Hero Academia moment. Just put it on his face.
He is not.
This isn't good.
All right. Well. All right. There he is. We got it. We got to get him. And
We're right next to the Church of Paler.
yeah, that's my thought. Somebody better pick him up.
I'll go pick him up.
Morena.
No, really?
Yep, you just hit.
And as we go back into the church.
Hmm.
Excuse me.
Oh gosh, damn.
My friend has been badly hurt. Can somebody please help him?
Oh my God. That same old man walks by. What are you doing?
Murdering a man, apparently.
My friend we just found him like this. Please, can you help us?
Roll persuasion. He
With
thinks
Morena.
you're a crazy person.
With Morena's persuasion?
No. Well, I know you're using her like body.
I'm
so
using
yes.
her body.
Yes, that.
Swing of the hips.
Woo! 26.
Fine. Bring him in. Do you have penance to pay for this fee?
What is the fee?
What all needs to be done? He sees the severed hand. Oh! How much money do you have?
Well,
If she's like searching her pockets, she's gonna find 100.
Oh, wow. If Soren feels Chet's pocket, he's gonna find one gold and 1 platinum.
So,
Yeah,
11.
Well, so that's 11. Wait.
Yeah, you have 11.
Yeah,
gold.
11 from Chet. 100 gold from Miranda.
And 150 gold, 7 silver pieces, and 6 copper from Sword.
I'm not hoping to erase our entire bank account here.
How does do we have 50 gold?
We can heal him for 50, but I can't reattach his hand for that.
What would be the cost for his hand? Maybe I can raise the funds.
100 more from that.
150? That seems so high. I mean, a man is dying here.
The
His
church
hand is
cannot
gone.
continue on a free basis.
Well, I understand that from a business perspective, but perhaps we can work out some sort of payment arrangement.
Nope.
Roll me another persuasion. Tell him at this point you're conscious from being carried.
Okay, 25.
If once
I
we
love
heal
your
him,
plus
he can
sign.
prove himself to be a true emissary of Palor, we will consider and consult to see if we'll fix his hand. Now, 50 gold, please.
Yes, of course. And I will pull 50 gold out of Morena's coin purse and hand it to him.
Womp womp, man, womp womp.
And Chet will also give a sort of side wink to Soren, as if to say, I'll pay you back.
That's
Phyrexis! Where did he go?
As one of the clerics is going to cast just a big old, and I mean a big old heal spell on you.
Oh, because yeah, he's still at 1 hit point, right?
Yep. So yeah, he's gonna cast a 7th level Cure Wounds. 78 plus 5. Finding all these die. So yeah, you guys can talk to Solomon while he does this.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Where's Phyrexis Soren? Soren, tell me you got rid of the shard. He's gonna. Did you get rid of it?
They wouldn't let me do it.
You heal 45 points of health.
45. Okay,
That's a big chunk of change.
that's amazing. Yeah.
So you heard out of Chet's mouth without an accent. They wouldn't let me do it.
Yeah, you just hear, they wouldn't let me do it.
Okay, Chet, that's great, buddy. That's Soren.
No. Yeah, over here, buddy, over here. Soren here. It's a long story.
You also, they hand you your hand to your other hand. So your right hand is now being held in your left hand.
It's okay. They're gonna heal it.
All right, Chet. Come on.
They're gonna heal it.
Kind of need to be honest at this point.
No, they just said
The
that.
clerics are going to look at you and go, "You wear the marks of Palor. If you can prove," another one pipes up, "if you can prove that you are a true emissary of Palor, we will consult with him and heal your hand."
I mean, do you want to go to our boat that Palor gave us?
Is it still twilight?
Technically.
All right. Do I have my mace?
Yep.
All right. Then I am going to cast. I'm going to use my Mace of the Twilight. And I can like cast a light with it, right? Like I can make it glow real,
Yeah.
like with all the colors of Twilight and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. And then, just for the sake of it, can I also cast Thaumaturgy?
Yep.
It's
What are you
a
doing with it?
cantrip.
What are you doing with it?
Your voice booms up to 3 times as loud as normal for 1 minute.
Gotcha.
Oh, so normal Soren volume.
So I'm gonna raise my mace,
Prop.
and I'm gonna be like, "Where in the name of Palor is Phyrexis?"
I'm not sure if that proved anything here.
Well, I mean, it's glowing. They're all going to go, whoa, wait, you know Phyrexis?
Why do you ask?
I mean, my voice is still booming for another minute,
Yep.
right? So,
Oh,
he is the fiend that took my hand.
We banished him from the church. He's been excommunicated. He was once a paladin of Pelor, and then broke his oath.
is that the shadowy dude that we hate now? And that's Soren asking.
We must stop him at all cost. He has the stained glass of the original Church of Pelor.
Everyone's gonna stop. That was said to be destroyed during one of the great cataclysm.
Well, I technically bought a piece in another town, so I don't think it is myth.
What? Convene the council. Call them in from everywhere.
Before you do that, can you fix his hand, please? I think he's proven himself worthy.
They're going to take your arm. They're going to take the hand. Another one's going to cast Regenerate by crushing up what they need to crush up. And they're going to thunk. And they're going to and it's going to reconnect. You also notice that your bracelet's still not on.
Man, you know, if we had played this differently, we could have gotten a free monkey paw. Start making some witches.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dang it, man. I knew I should have marked the scent a long time ago. Ugh! Okay.
Live and learn, dude. You're going to live and learn.
I almost died.
Almost die and learn, man.
You're gonna die and learn.
Alright, so by this point, my voice is back to normal, right? They're
Yep.
going to go convene the elders and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, since I can't really grab Soren by the shirt, I'm going to grab Chet by the shirt. I'm going to say, which way did he go?
Which is sword.
Right.
You have no way. You have no clue.
I don't know, but don't think because I'm in this body, I'm not going to punch you. Get your hands off me. Let's just say I got magic now and I don't know how to use it. This could all end up very bad. Keep your hands off me.
Alright, so I'm going to let him down. Or, let his shirt go. And then... I don't know. I'm going to make my way towards the exit.
Now, wait just a minute, dear.
This all happened because you didn't stay with the group.
Yeah, I don't think it's very good of you to run off again right after we saved your shiny metal behind.
You can tell that the voice that Morena's body is doing is way weird.
So let me guess. I'm going to point at each of them and discern who's in whose body.
Saying how I said I'm Soren.
Right. Soren, Morena, and Chet.
Yep.
That is correct.
Ghost name or some kind of entity
A
named
trickster
Roulette.
demon.
Trickster demon named
I
Roulette.
thought it was a ghost.
I thought it was a ghost. as well.
It goes. It's like a.
So it was Ghostbusters.
Yeah, it goes. From what they know, it's a ghost.
What?
Well, you might have saved me, but you might have just doomed this whole world and every follower of Pelor.
You're welcome that we saved your life.
I asked you to do one thing.
Yeah, we asked you to do one thing too. And that led to this situation when you didn't listen to us.
What are you talking about?
You left the group. You went on your own adventure without talking
Even
to
though
us.
We had just been talking about, not doing stupid things.
and vanishing onto a train and going on your own adventure.
So if anybody caused this situation, it was yourself for putting yourself in danger. So don't
Oh,
you
sure.
talk about-
Not the guy who
Say
bought
so.
a relic of Paylor
Yeah, I'm sure
and
he's
brought
bad.
it right to the enemy.
I'm sure he's bad. But
All right, you know what? Hey, Morena, you want to hit something real quick with that newfound hammer and strength you have now?
Oh yeah.
wait.
You want to keep talking shit, Solomon? Because guess what? Right now, you got 3 against 1 in a place of your worship. This isn't going to end well. Knock it off. This is your causing. Now, if you want to fix it, you better hope you have allies on your side. And right now, you're on a way of not having them. We could have easily just let you die somewhere. Do you want to get your hand back onto yourself, get your head back on your shoulders, like your hand back on your arm, and take care of this, or do you want to sit here and squabble? And you can tell Soren, like if he was in his body, he'd be raging at this point. But he's Chet boy, so he's just a really angry little man.
It's chat rage. Squidge is like violently shaking.
Oh no, Squidge is on Morena's body.
Oh.
Squidge
Well,
can
he's
tell
still
who's who.
Yeah, well, yeah, it doesn't surprise me. It's Squidge.
I'm gonna go see if the elders have any wisdom on the subject. And I'm gonna go in the direction that the elders went.
Okay. As you walk, individuals are looking at you, looking up and down when you're in your armor and everything. You hear whispers of like, "Twilight Domain here? What? No. Why?" And people murmuring. You guys also see these people like stare at Solomon as you go to the chamber of the higher council, and their door is not closed, but it's like cracked open.
And there's nobody standing guard or anything?
Nope.
Sneaky, sneaky.
All right. Can I hear what they're saying?
You hear one of them say, "Phyrexis is getting closer and closer to it every day. He just got another piece of the stained glass."
Okay. I am.
It's only because your passive is so high.
Right.
So badonkers.
That's that Twilight Domain for you.
Passive right now is 20.
Jesus Christ.
All right. Well, can I just continue to listen in?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go in necessarily just yet.
We know we have one piece sequestered away in the deep temples of the sister continent. You know that you're on the brother continent, and your original continent is the sister continent. We don't know where we're still missing one. If it's to believe he has only 2 left now, then we need to find the remaining piece.
All right.
As you're standing there, a small boy comes up and goes, "Do you need help? Are you lost?"
Hello.
Not everyone has that accent voice.
Hello.
Hello.
Being easy. Oh no.
I think I need more help than you can give, little guy.
Well, may Paylor's light guide your journey.
And yours. I'm gonna give him a copper to put in the coffer.
So as he sticks his hand out and you put your hand down to put the copper in, he's going to reach out and grasp your arm, look up at you. His eyes are now a stark gold, shimmering light coming from them as his voice is echoing his and another. You now have a great burden upon you, dear Solomon, my paladin. The time of your trials is at hand now. Begin them.
I will.
Sacrifice your mace to me, and it will be returned when I deem you fit.
Should have gave more than a copper.
But, and then I'll just kind of hand him the mace.
He's gonna take one of his hands and grab it and disappears, and like it just fades out in a soft twilight color shimmer. Do not worry, my child. I will give you another weapon in the meantime. But just know that the heavy burden of my light is resting upon you. Stop Phyrexis with your team. If you were to fight him alone, you would be just another lost cause. Prove to me that you are worthy of the mace that you had, and I will return it.
Thanks for the donation. Bye.
He sticks his hand back out. You said you're going to give a copper?
Uh-huh. And, I'll give him 2.
Oh, thank you. May Paylor's love warm your soul.
Yeah.
Or fire insights.
And also with you.
As you blink once, the kid's just gone.
Whoa. All right. Well, I think I've received all the wisdom I need from the council.
Somebody kind of came down, was like, "Get it! You're gonna go do this thing now."
All right. I'm gonna head back to the group.
While that was going on, Chet would have actually sort of gone over to his body where Sorn is,
Mhm.
and would have sort of lowered his voice and say, "Man, look, this kid's starting to get more trouble than he's worth.
Damn.
I mean, we still have to swap bodies back,
Mm-hmm.
and he's hollering off about chasing down some psychopath with a Paylor obsession. Like, it's a little heavy, you know?
When is it not with us?
I'm just thinking I might be hitting my point. You know what I mean?
I can understand that. Why do you think I'm like the last one of the original crew?
Yeah.
At this point, walks back up.
I'm sorry for acting like a jerk. Been a long day. I know I'm not really suited to lead this team of big personalities, but yeah, I think if we work together, we can stop this crazy guy.
In my experience, that's usually how it works. No one can really one-man a battle against a demon lord. So, yeah, in my experience, teamwork tends to work in our favor.
So I got some information.
Look, man, one pony at a time, all right? Can we swap bodies back?
I don't know how you swapped bodies in the first place.
Yeah, that's what we were trying to figure out before this happened.
Is this what people do in the city? This is
No.
No, that's wife swapping.
oh.
A priest walks by. What? And just keeps walking.
Well, have you asked any of the clerics for help? I'm sure they know what to do.
We were kind of preoccupied with your state of being.
Man, I'm glad to have my hand back.
Hmm.
You
Oh.
notice that your thing's gone. Also, your mace that you had is now just a regular old mace.
Yeah. I think he may have taken my bracelet.
That's not good.
You know he can't use it though.
No, but
I can't imagine Zolta will be too happy about that.
no. Whose was his connected to again?
Oh god, whose was his
Leon's?
piggybacking off of? Was it Leon's or was it Cal's?
I think it was Leon's.
I want to say it was Leon's, and then Morena's is connected to Cal.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Leon won't be too happy about that, and we don't fully understand how they work either, or what Zolto does to make his own.
We'll have to deal with that later too. Look, man, Morena, I love this form. It's beautiful, but I really would like to get back to my own body. So could we?
I'm sure your back is aching.
It really is. I mean, I have a newfound respect for y'all because these. I mean, it's just really killing me.
You see,
We
sword.
we don't need to talk about.
So where are you guys going?
What did? It's been so long.
Tepesh wants you to come back to the carnival when you can.
Okay.
That's right, because he had to sleep or eat or something.
Yeah.
right?
You had
He
to get information and rejuvenate.
That's what
Yeah.
Well,
Wow, this will be fun.
back to Tepish.
Solomon, that means
Solomon, and remind him that's the circus, that we have a contact there. The guy who runs it has more information for us.
Soren, if you don't mind, in my bag of holding, I have a healing potion that I'd like to take. Miranda's body took a little damage when Faye Rexus threw me, so thank you.
So this would just be fun if we actually had props, since we're sitting across the table from one another. If I just like, here you go, and it disappears and shows up on your screen.
Right.
You play with your new mace. It's not the same.
yeah. You guys notice.
Talk to it.
You guys notice that his mace is no longer the Mace of Twilight.
Miranda, you're gonna heal 9.
Okay.
Your body, at least.
Yeah, would it be my hit points or Miranda's hit points?
Morena's.
Okay, good.
It's
She's
her
got more
body.
hit points than Chet does.
Yeah, thank God.
Wizard. Why do we gotta put the barbarian in a wizard?
Sorry.
Most hit points, the least hit points.
Nice yin and yang. Now you're gonna have more respect for Chet's squishiness.
You act like I don't. Why do you think Soren stands in front of everyone? Everyone's squishy compared to him.
so,
Soft boy, soft.
so you guys start heading over.
Yeah, you say soft boy till he casts one of them high level spells.
Fireball!
So you make your way back to the south end of the carnival. On the walk up, you guys can stop by the inn because it's on the way. If there's anything you need or want to do.
Can't say there is.
Okay, so you walk past the steam vets and you get to the carnival, and you make your way to. By the way, you know it's nighttime. It's night, but Solomon, you notice that it looks darker in the carnival somehow, even with all the lights and everything, as if like whatever moonlight or sunlight is just being blocked out, and it's just the light of the carnivals, everything going on, the different oddities, the rarities, the oddities, the individuals sword swallowing, the people doing various tricks, and there are games and things, but there's also people impaling themselves slightly on hooks and different creatures and things about. It's very horror-esque, but people are having fun, and there's still people there enjoying the night.
This actually is not the most disturbing thing I've seen all day. So
Yeah, it's not that far from Bowtie and Tail.
When you guys are
breaking
approaching,
the fourth wall, buddy.
when you guys are approaching Tepesh's place, you see the bodies of Gwyneth, Edward, and Archibald. They're standing outside.
By bodies, we assume you mean that they're just standing.
Yes, they're standing outside. I just can't say you see them because then that could get confusing. That Edwards and Edwards in Archibald, Gwyneth is in. Yeah, Gwyneth is in Edwards and Archibald's in Gwyneth.
I'm just phrasing
Chet's
because
gonna reach over to his own body and tip his hat and say, "Ma'am, sir, sir."
To the correct internal souls.
Yes.
I am fully capable of doing that myself, milady.
No, don't ever say "milady." That's so bad. Please.
Gwyneth is gonna go, "Milady, ooh,
I'm doing it to make him look bad. I'm sorry.
I know it's you in there though.
I know.
You're making yourself look bad."
Yeah, I don't need someone tipping my own hat to someone.
But it's not your. Okay.
It's my hat.
I can do my own thing.
They stop and go. Gwyneth's body, so Archibald. So is this your friend Solomon?
This is Solomon.
How do we introduce? He's gonna look back at them. How do we introduce ourselves?
Anonymously.
He knows we're swapped, so.
Okay. Hello. My name is Archibald Featherwind, and I'm inside of Gwyneth's body. That is gonna point. That is Edward in my body, and that is Gwyneth in Edward's body.
I imagine Gwyneth is not plussed about that.
Oh, Gwyneth is very not happy about being in Edward.
Gwyneth is like,
I am not happy to be.
I would rather be in a trash can than this body.
She doesn't
And Edward's
like.
my body.
She doesn't like the entire physique. She knows it's her friend's body, and she won't say anything. But she's like, I would literally rather be just anywhere but out in public in this.
Poor Edward.
So, this whole body swap thing, is it some kind of curse or?
We don't know. We tried looking into that, but we couldn't quite get a handle on it. We couldn't quite figure out if it was a curse, some sort of ecto anomaly, some sort of demonic possession gone haywire. But good news, we have corrugated roulette into the circus parameters.
Oh wow.
Well, yes, we have put him into a quadrant. God, I hate this. He's over with the more ecto-aligned oddities. The haunted things.
Oh, great.
I know what that means. Who are you talking about?
Roulette.
Oh, okay. Sorry, clarification. I
Yeah,
didn't
they
hear
were
the
saying they
name.
pretty much corralled roulette into an area.
Well, then I suggest that we all, as a united front, try to see if this being can swap us back.
Now, is this information you've got from it was Tepish, right? That's the guy who runs the circus.
Indeed.
No.
Plus our own work.
Well, I assume you guys were doing your own.
Indeed.
I'm just so you've talked because last we talked he was going to let us know anymore. So if he's relayed that information to you guys, but I was just seeing if we had to talk to him before we did anything that would involve finding a mysterious thing in his circus.
Why do we have to fight him? Why don't we just talk to him?
And I'm gonna look at Chet Morena's body.
They're all gonna look at you.
I'm just saying, you can talk to anything. It's worth a shot. I mean, I talked to that Phoenix, didn't I?
I'll give talking. It usually comes first. Yes, but
At this point, the front door opens, and a man with the black parasol that you've seen him with in the past walks out. It is Tepish. So this is the more sunken-in, grayish, gray-skinned man with the black hair, very nice, pristine suit with his black parasol covering him. You see him wipe his mouth. Hello again.
Mr. Tips, sir.
Chet. Soren. Morena. And this must be the one you called Solomon.
That would be correct.
Solomon.
Oh, please forgive me. I have an accent. It is Solomon.
Sorry. A lot of people call me Suleiman, and it's Solomon.
I will try my best to pronounce it Solomon.
Yeah, forgive my rudeness. Anyway, it's very nice to meet you, Tepish.
He'll stick his hand out to you.
Haha.
It is cold to the touch.
Ooh.
Question, friends, is he aware of what I am? Is he
No.
immediately he points to the Paloric symbols?
No.
No,
Well
and
then,
he
Let me formally introduce myself.
No.
It is good to educate all, friend or foe. The name is Tepesh. I run this carnival. I do what I can to instill a new sense of wonder and dread in a fun manner, and also give a light to vampires, which I am one of. Solomon knows that being a vampire is a very bad, unholy thing.
Conveniently, why the Stormbreakers did not tell him.
Just so you
vampire.
know, I have not drank of actual blood from an unwilling participant in a couple 100 years. I have only drank of the blood that has been given to me.
Wait, was I there earlier when we first got to the city and there was a vampire attack?
Yep.
Or what suspected as a vampire attack.
Yeah.
Right, so you had nothing to do with that brutal vampire-related killing that happened just a couple days ago.
Miranda's hand comes up, smacks Solomon on the back of the head.
Tepesh.
Don't you think that's the first thing we thought asked him?
Oh, do not worry. He's allowed to ask. He has not met me. No, I have nothing to do with that. There are renegade vampires who do not like what I do here, and do wish to partake in their more savage natures. But I do not do that.
If it helps Solomon, Tepish has been working with people like Devin as far as investigation.
Indeed, I am good friends with your friend Devin.
Well, let's just say I know a Kalashtar that would be an awesome, willing participant of your bloodletting. So if you ever see him, just drink deep, man. Just drink deep.
Tepesh.
3 hands go up on their faces.
you see Tepesh, because you guys saw his eyes change color to see your souls. Because that's how he figured out who you were in the first place.
Yep.
You see, Solomon, you see his eyes change hues and shimmer with different colors and purple and darkness as he stares not at your face but into your heart. You have much darkness within you. Be careful. If you let that darkness consume you, you will become what you apparently hate. Trust me, I have seen many of my kind try and walk my path and succumb to their own desires. I have killed my family, my friends, in order to maintain peace. If you wish to walk in darkness, and he'll like shadow step, like float towards you right in your face, then I will show you darkness. But I think you would want to walk in the light. So be wary of where you tread, because ones who walk in the darkness often end up lost. And he'll float back.
That's still really cool.
Shut up. Now's not the time. He's making a point.
So, we have corralled roulette into the, and what did they say? The ecto, whatever, the spherence.
The
We
haunted
put in
stuff.
with all the haunted things. But none of my men or people are going to risk their lives. I'm sorry, I had to protect them.
No,
And
it's fine.
I'm very sorry, but the Society for Historical Reclamation over here are going to be containing him. So it'll be you four alone.
All right, so we need
Yeah.
to formulate a plan of attack.
Yeah.
Indeed. Now be wary. He can probably resurrect dead or bring ecto energy from those and use it.
Fair enough.
I can resurrect the dead too.
I don't think you want him to resurrect the dead.
I'm just saying.
Necromancy is not what we want. We've
You
seen
will.
it.
He will
I
look at
wanted-
you, Solomon, and be like, "You will be very helpful, though."
Radiant.
All right. So here's what I suggest. Sorn, you're gonna pretend to be me.
You don't. Hold on. I get where you're trying to go with the logic, but he swapped your bodies.
I was gonna say, I'm
He
pretty sure
would
he's
know
gonna
who is who.
Right? No. I meant like he's gonna pretend to be me, as in like,
stay in the back
as
and
in
throw
like,
spells.
yeah, exactly. Not run
Oh.
forward and try to slam. right
Okay,
on.
that makes more. I was like, Chet, I didn't think you were that silly.
No. Question. Similarly with Morena's ability, invasive thoughts, hypnotic gaze. Since it's through the eyes, would that be Chet's body or Chet's mind?
I'll say Chet's mind.
Okay. Morena, you're gonna be Sorn, which means if the talking don't work, then
Get
you're
angry.
gonna take that big old hammer and you're gonna do some smashing.
You're gonna get angry
Has she embraced her rage before or no?
I mean, we've seen her get pretty angry and lash out at
No,
me.
I mean like you.
I don't think many people that I don't think anyone here has done what I do.
Okay, so we gotta make her angry.
One moment, please.
Um, dead puppies. That always makes me angry.
Yeah, that's pretty.
That does not make you sad?
Well, I'm sad, but I'm angry at who killed those puppies, and I want to murder them.
I mean,
It's a puppy. You don't hurt them.
I mean, worst time in my life was Raviscon.
Use that.
There you go. That's it.
Make him
And
make him the object of your hatred and bring that forward, not to your mind. But he'll walk over to Soren's body and grab the bike, grab muscles, and be like, "But surge that power to these."
yeah, I think if I imagined the faces, I'd be able to pummel it to, oh, that son of a bastard.
Chet's body. Soren will turn to Morena and go, and pretty much be like, "All right, what he means by that, you're not just angry. You are that angry. Like your entire entity is that rage. This is not you're angry at it and you're like, oh, no, feel it. No, you have to feel it. Every ounce, every muscle, every bone, every emotion is that. You have that focal point. It's that darn cliche that people don't be. For people, when it comes to the sports, like wanting to kick the ball and like be the ball. This is be the anger. It's a tool, but it's your essence. It may feel overwhelming. And with my rage, it's different than just being angry. You will feel the electricity. It's very surprising, and you feel very powerful, but you have to try and keep that focused. Especially in this position, you can go berserk and lose yourself in it. But it's a fine line when you're trying to stay focused here. Just from my experience in trying to help you understands what you are using. It's very overwhelming at first.
Would I have to roll to be able to understand or to feel that rage?
Nope.
So
The
even
body
if I
has
didn't
to go.
understand, would I still be able to do it?
You'll be able to rage.
Okay. It seems simple enough.
Well, and for now, let us go inside. You look like you need rest. We will give you a massage, make you relaxed, and then you can go get him.
Okay.
All right.
As long as we feel comfortable that he is contained well enough, I'd hate for us to rest.
That
and then
is
look
up to them. And the society is going to go, we got it.
All right.
Chet's gonna try to produce the sword.
As you focus, you're like, what is Morena? So Nancy, you see Chet trying to produce the sword of the aberrant mind, but isn't quite able to fully get how it works.
How would it work?
It has to. You understand. It has to feel the darkness and the sever in your own mind that allows you to have that aberrant energy that you have from the Underdark and like from the from Ubrin, to put it in that way. So you're gonna have to explain it in a way that Chet can understand, that needs the darkness and the severance of the mind.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over, put my hands on the shoulders, look him deep in the eye. It says, "Have you ever felt darkness?"
Vlad goes, I have.
I believe I have, yes.
Feel that darkness. Manifest it.
All right.
Now, what are you gonna think about before you try and bring it out?
I'm gonna think about
murdering Bella's
I'm gonna think about
husband.
Bella and the heartache and the anger and the pain and
As soon as you think about the heartache and your emotion, and then your cool, calm, calculated how you would kill her husband, it comes out.
And she didn't even like your chili recipe.
everybody loves Nana's chili.
Chet takes a level in Barbarian and Sorcerer.
I'm gonna pat him on the back.
We need to get this done quickly. This is not a state of mind I want to stay in.
None of you are. Only one in the regular state of mind is technically Solomon. The rest of you have to like separate how your brain works.
Ba-da-da-da-da.
Yay! All right, and that is where we're going to call tonight's session, with you guys taking a long rest. Go back up to full hit points for your individual people. And next time we get into some combat.
I don't think Soren has done anything.
Some wombat combat.
Wombo combos.
Soren still has temporary hit points.
Yeah,
Those
are
only
gone.
last for 24 hours, I'm pretty sure.
I don't remember where they were from.
I thought it was only like an hour.
Yeah, they're gone by
Temporary.
now, buddy.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, those be more or less going. I don't know what those are from.
yeah, they're gone. I mean, well, we're just going to say they're gone now.
Yeah, I'm erasing them.
Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm glad we're back playing.
Yes.
Even though we're
Yeah.
staying safe and socially distancing, hopefully next time we can get Nancy's camera to working, even though that is a wonderful photo.
It's a beautiful picture. I love her smiling face.
So, thank you guys so much for being here. Before we leave, let's do what we usually do, and then Sammy, if you want to give our message again for the night.
Sure. Monday, this video will go on YouTube. We're trying to get detention and maybe even Roll for Bluff back on, schedules, but everything's kind of crazy right now, so we're still trying to figure it out. So if anything, we'll at least post an episode of Performance Check later this week of a past live stream. And then Friday, we're back at it again.
Woo!
If you want to check out Sam playing a vampire, you can check out the table. What was it? It's
It's twitch.tv/therpgtable. I will
RPG
paste that link in there. We'll be playing tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, some Vampire the Masquerade.
They just started their season 2, so they got new characters and a whole new adventure going on. So
And vampires
definitely
that
check that out.
aren't the same as my vampires.
Not a Tepish vampire.
Wish.
And
you
just
wish
to
you was.
sort of tie everything up again, just a brief repeat of our earlier message. We here at Roll Call Studios believe that Black Lives Matter. We stand by our brothers and sisters who are of color. We want to promote harmony, unity, togetherness, be a welcoming, loving, inclusive environment. Racism and discrimination have no place in TTRPGs or in the world in general, in our opinion. So I will paste some links in chat if you guys would like to donate to these causes. These are charities that we believe are working to change the systematic oppression in government. If you guys can't make a donation, please use your voice. Go out and vote, sign petitions to help change state and local legislation to try to just make this world a better place for all people. And that's where we stand. So please help if you can. If you can't, just use your voice.
Yeah, not everybody can go out and protest right now, especially with exactly why we're social distancing. So definitely petitions and donations are a great way to do it. There's a lot of us that would like to be out there, but there's people like myself and some others with Roll Call who are high risk for the pandemic. So we have to try and find other ways, and showing our voices here and helping other people show theirs is definitely a strong way to keep doing it.
And if you are out and protesting, please stay safe.
Yes, absolutely.
So until next Friday, see you guys.
Bye.